Hey guys, this is Tide signing in. Welcome to my channel. Are you a World of Warcraft fan? I hope you are, because today I'm going to be telling you about World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. Now, if you're kind of like me and you've been under a rock and you've not heard about this, World of Warcraft Hardcore is this new trend that's been sweeping over the World of Warcraft Classic community. And essentially, what it is you install this add-in called Hardcore for World of Warcraft Classic, and it's got some really basic rules. And the gist is, if you die, you have to delete your character and start over again. Now, the whole challenge is hitting max level, so whether that be level 60 in the vanilla classic or level 80 in the World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King classic era, then you hit max level without dying and you abide by all the rules that they give you. Then your character's name gets put on their leaderboards. They have a website, and your name will be on there. It's just like a Hall of Fame. And I was just really I was really intrigued when I heard about it. So I kind of got whispers here and there about hardcore. Like videos would show up on my YouTube feed, but I never really looked into it. It was my younger brother actually that really got me inspired to check it out. So what you do is you just go onto Google, and you look up hardcore. Make sure you put World of Warcraft in there, otherwise you're going to get some funky search results, some pretty sketch search results. And you can get the add-in directly from their website. I got it from CurseForge. And so this add-in, once you sign into the game, you make your level 1 character, you get this red, like kind of this splash screen, and it shows you the rules, and then you hit like a confirm button, and basically they are monitoring you. Now, one really, really important thing that you must remember is when you escape the game, you hit the escape button when you want to log out. You always have to hit log out. Do not hit exit game, because I believe that if you do that, you risk becoming unverified, and what that means is you are disqualified essentially from ever reaching their leaderboards if you hit max level. So you never want to hit exit game. You want to hit log out instead, and you never want to alt F4 according to their rules. So yeah, you get when you first make your character. Now, one thing though is you can play with groups. So before I go into groups, here's the rules. Here's the main basic rules. All professions are allowed. No restrictions on talents. You can use gear that you pick up or craft. You cannot use the auction house or the mailbox, and no trading whatsoever with other players. No grouping up in the open world. Like, you cannot even ask for help with quests. Battlegrounds are not allowed, and you cannot, let's see, it says buffs from others are allowed, so like a mage, arcane intellect, or a druid's mark of the wild. It's allowed, but you cannot go out of your way to ask for those buffs. That's insane. Now, here's another weird thing. It's also insane. Dungeon groups. Dungeon groups are allowed, but only once ever per character. So one dungeon per character. So that means I can only do Dead Mines once ever on my one character. And that's the only time you're allowed to group up. Like I said though, there's an exception. You can group up if you register as a duo or a trio. So you can play with another player, or you can play with up to 2 players. But the rule of that is that when any one of you in your duo or trio is signed into the game, the other people in that group must be signed in to the game. Now, remember the rule about not dying anytime before you hit max level? Same thing applies to your group. So if someone in your group dies, then the other members must fall upon their swords. That's their words exactly. That's so fun. I don't know, the whole sense of teamwork is just really strong there. I like it. I really like it. Now, I do have to say though that one major drawback to this hardcore is that I feel at least that you lose a sense of community because in solo mode you cannot group up at all unless you're doing the dungeons, and that's gonna be rare. Um, and so yeah, you lose that sense of community. Like you can still see players running around killing stuff. Um, you just can't ask for help. You can't group up in the outdoor world. So that is one drawback for me. So yeah, this whole idea of permadeath. I mean, it just screams like roguelite. I know some of you guys out there are roguelite fans of the roguelike genre of games. Permadeath, permanent death. You die, then you start over. It's so cool. It's just so fun. It's that added layer of difficulty to something that's already pretty difficult. Classic, right? Now, speaking of levels of difficulty, I'm going to show you. Look at this. So, when you register your character, there are some achievements that you can sign up. You can sign up to work your way as an end goal of always sticking to that achievement or rule. So, for example, starting achievements. Like, I made a warrior. So, as a warrior, let's look at this one. If I had signed up for this achievement, I would have this separate set of rules to follow the entire time I'm trying to level up to max level. So, Berserker. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point equipping mail or plate armor or a shield. Only cloth and leather armor are allowed. If your race starts with a shield, unequip it upon logging in, and you get a maximum of 10 points for that achievement. That's awesome! Now, look at this one, Tied Hands. So complete hardcore challenge without using a stance other than battle stance. And now this one I definitely signed up for. It's Sword and Board, because naturally I am mainly a tank. No matter what World of Warcraft expansion or whatever I play, I usually play tank, if not a healer, very rarely DPS. I mainly stick to tank. So look at this one, Sword and Board. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point wielding a two-handed melee weapon or dual wielding, so fishing pole is acceptable. If your race starts with a two-handed weapon, unequip it upon logging in. So yeah, there's this whole sense of also that you're being monitored, because when you first sign into the game, each and every time you get this alert on the middle of your screen that says, oh, you're being monitored. So it's kind of like Big Brother. I guess this is the hardcore add-in mods to be able to make sure that we are all abiding by their rules of classic hardcore. So I did sign up for this achievement, Sword and Board, because it's natural. I always play tank. It would have been easy for me. Now, that's just for the warrior class. There's others. Look at this. I was looking at priest. Look at this one. Pacifist. This is for the priests only. It says complete hardcore challenge without wielding a weapon. So one-handed weapons, staves, wands are not allowed upon logging in. Unequip your weapon and never equip a new one. All offhand items and fishing poles, however, are allowed. So offhand items, you've got like tomes, I think. I don't remember what else can be equipped in the offhand. I remember when I was playing back then in vanilla, those orbs that you would have in your offhand. Silly, ugly looking orbs. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of other class ones. Like, look at this one for the hunter. Lone Wolf. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point taming a hunter pet. Items and quests that make you spawn companions are allowed. This one's cool too. Mortal Pet for hunters. Complete hardcore challenge without at any point resurrecting your pet. If your pet dies for any reason, you have to release it and tame another one. So that's pretty cool. That one, if I played Hunter, that would have been an easy one, because it's kind of like real life, you know? You have a pet, they pass away, you gotta get a new one. So that's actually pretty cool. I like how a lot of these are class fantasy. They very much cater to class fantasy. So check out, before I get out of this page, check this one out. General achievements. Like, there's one called Humanist. So you gotta complete hardcore challenge, meaning you gotta hit max level, without at any point killing an NPC of the type humanoid. Oh my god, that's impossible. That's like near impossible. Like there's so many human mobs in the game. So there's an exact opposite one of that. It's called Animal Friends. So basically, you complete hardcore without killing without killing an NPC of the type Beast. So I wonder if critters are allowed. Um, there's another one. This one's pretty cool. Look at this Scavenger. Complete hardcore challenge without, at any point, using, consuming, or equipping an item that you have not looted from a mob chest or loot container or crafted or conjured yourself. You are not allowed to ever buy any items from vendors, nor use, consume, or equip items rewarded by a quest. Um, this includes consumables, projectiles, trade goods, and containers. Oh my god! All items you start with can be used, however, so and consumed and equipped, including the Hearthstone. That's insane. So this reminds me of, say, in real life, you know those people that do dumpster diving, where they go into dumpsters and they get food. They get all of their food from dumpsters, and not just food, just like stuff for their homes. I mean, like I'm pretty sure there's a trend of that on going on around the world. Like they aren't like homeless people or whatever, but it's just their in their mindset. It's their way of helping protect the environment by helping cause less waste, human waste. So this reminds me of that. Isn't that insane, guys? So yeah, another thing about hardcore, I don't know if you noticed earlier, but you'll get these alerts on the center of your screen that'll tell you when someone has died. And you look here at the bottom bottom right-hand corner of my screen. It says "Hardcore Death Log," and it tells you the name of the player name, and their level, and what they died to. So, for example, Kame is the race is a gnome, class is a warlock, killed by a tunnel rat kobold in the zone Loch Modan. That's freaking awesome. So every time you get that alert from the add-in, it'll show here in the center of your screen. You can disable this. I've enabled it, but it is kind of annoying because there's like a loud blaring sound. I think I may get rid of that because I tried to see if I could disable the sound. I couldn't find it at all in the add-in. So if anyone knows about that, or you figured out yourself, please let me know, because I think it's cool getting the alerts. It really reminds me of, what's that book series? Hunger Games. You know, whenever a player died, they'd make the announcement in the overworld or whatever. So that's pretty awesome. Now, check this out. Let me check out the add-in. We're going to go to death statistics. So, look at this. This is a list of all the deaths I've witnessed. So, oh, there's an alert right there on my screen. Geralt the Human Warrior has died at level 6 in Elwyn Forest. That's cool. Let me see. Okay, so I chose Warrior because I was thinking, hey, I'm going to play a Warrior. It's my first time in Hardcore Classic. I want to play something that's meaty, beefy. I don't want to die as much. But look at this. 45 warriors have died in my zone already. 45, that's the highest number of deaths, is the warriors. So now I'm really nervous. The least amount of deaths, what is it, 15 for Druid? Of course, because they got heals and they can stealth. Now check this out. This is pretty nifty. If I click on this button, show deaths in my zone, it'll pull up the map. And look at that. Look at all these deaths. So I'm a Night Elf. Starting zone is Teldrassil. Here's Shadow Glen. It's like the tutorial zone, whatever. So of course nobody died here. And once you venture out, look, here's Darnassus. The closer you get to Darnassus, the more deaths you encounter. Of course, this area, I don't even need to see the name of that area. I know what that area is because I've played Night Elves religiously in vanilla, and I know that place is like the underground cavernous network of tunnels called Baratho something dens. I forget, but there's a huge quest chain that leads you in there. You gotta find a dream capture for somebody. Oh my god, I am terrified. I don't think I'm gonna do that quest. I'm too chicken. Yeah. So here's another cool thing about hardcore. There's an add-in that a lot of the members of the hardcore community have suggested you getting, and I love it. It's called Voiceover. Let me double check on the name. Yes, Voiceover. So what it does is they give you voiceovers for quests NPCs. You can even enable it to be most every NPC that you talk to. They'll give you a voiceover. Now listen to this. I'm gonna turn up my volume. I'm gonna talk to this quest giver.
Ah, the beauty of Shadow Glen never ceases to delight my senses.
That's so awesome, isn't it? Like, just fantasy. It screams fantasy. Now, I already completed his quest, that's why it wasn't as long. But, say I went to a new quest giver, and it's a fresh quest. You know, they have that essay of a paragraph of a quest log. That is even better, because the voiceover will legit read the entire thing to you, and
May the stars guide you.
the voice acting has been awesome, pure awesome. I love it. It's just so nostalgic. Anyway, I think that's everything I wanted to mention. I don't know why the sound isn't, the annoying sound alert isn't showing up. I think it's because I've disabled music. Maybe I've solved the annoying sound alert spam on my own. But, yeah. I disabled music because I actually recorded this earlier and the music was just blaring loud. You couldn't hear myself. So this is the second time I'm talking about this, but as you can tell, I'm still excited about it. But yeah, like so far I'm level 5. I'm a Night Elf warrior. I'm gonna go tank, and I was so excited. I got a small red pouch and a small green pouch. I was so excited when I looted those off the mobs. Because it's classic and it's hardcore. You know, you're poor and you're not the hero, not like the live or retail version of World of Warcraft where you're the champion, you're godly, you can die as many times, but you're still Azeroth's savior. Going back to classic World of Warcraft, and especially with the hardcore layer added on top of it, you are a mortal. You're someone who dies, and when you die, you got to start over again. So that sense of danger is there. I'm gonna kill something while I have you here on screen.
Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage.
Not enough rage.
Need more rage.
I think I turned off sound effect volume. Let me check. System sound. Yeah. Let me kill something else. There we go.
Not enough rage.
Bam.
Need more rage.
Alright, so I just wanted to kill something while I had you guys on screen. Anyway, do check it out. If you're a World of Warcraft fan and you're looking for something to do, and you're just sick and tired of the endless, complicated systems of gearing in World of Warcraft, Dragonflight, and you're waiting for the new raid Agorist to come out, or you're just sick of retail WoW altogether and you're waiting for Diablo 4 to come out, I highly recommend you check this out. So Google search it, World of Warcraft Hardcore add-in, install the add-in and check it out. Give it a go. Oh, see, there, you can hear the annoying sound. But yeah, if I inspired you to check out the World of Warcraft Hardcore add-in, please send me a like. And I am happy. I'm happy to share some of my gameplay with you in the future. For now, I just wanted to introduce this to you and share my experience thus far in World of Warcraft Classic with the Hardcore add-in. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for chiming in. This is Tides, signing out.